the Cavaliers would be this good. The Cavs have the best record in the NBA. They're even doing better than Boston right now. And before the season, everybody knew the Cavaliers would be good, but nobody thought they'd be this good. Donovan Mitchell is doing what he always does, scoring game winners, getting easy buckets, leading the team. But Evan Mobley is the X factor of this team. He is their defensive anchor, and at the same time, this year, he's been given more opportunities to control the ball. What makes the Cavaliers extremely better this year is Evan Mobley is being used as a playmaker, and also the coach is putting him in positions to being successful even when Jarrett Allen is on the floor. Look at this play where Evan Mobley brings up the basketball. He literally posts up on Bobby Portis, backs him down, spin move for a beautiful reverse finish. Look at this play, blocked by Evan Mobley. Evan gets his own rebound, fast breaks, takes it by himself for an easy left hand slam. The Cavaliers have surprised us all, and now that we're 2 weeks into the NBA, there were many more surprises that we've seen. But the Milwaukee Bucks have been a huge disappointment this season. People thought with Dame and Giannis, they'd be a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference, but they now have the worst record in the Eastern Conference. And if I'm gonna be honest, there's a chance they could hit the panic button. Even though Damian Lillard is still performing Dame time, scoring 30+ point games, knocking down tough 3-point shots, and doing what Dame does, Giannis on the other hand is still doing what he does, dominating in the paint, outscoring other bigs in the interior offense, and still performing as the Greek Freak. The Bucks are struggling on their defensive end of the floor. Teams are getting by them with ease, scoring easy buckets on them with nothing to worry about, and we're seeing this pattern game after game, which is why the Bucks have the worst record in the East, and people are worried that they won't even be making the playoffs this year. So the Bucks need to turn around fast, or else they would be the most disappointing team this season. And there's many more where that came from. There were more surprises so far in the NBA and disappointments in the NBA as we're 2 weeks into the season. But a company that doesn't disappoint is SeatGeek, because they provide NBA fans with the cheapest tickets available where you can enjoy your favorite basketball games. SeatGeek is the best ticket on the market because they tell you the value of the seat that you're buying and will tell you if it's a great deal or even if it's a bad deal. What's special about SeatGeek is right now NBA tickets are available everywhere and they're cheaper than ever. But they also have tickets to concerts, any other sports games, music events, any event that requires ticket purchasing. You need to get your cheap tickets on SeatGeek today with our promotion. SeatGeek is giving us Easy Buckets fans a special discount promo code. You will get $20 off your first purchase using my code EasyBuckets when you check out. Download the app, go on the website, link is in the bio, get your cheap tickets today on SeatGeek. The Warriors have been the biggest surprise for us this season because they have a winning record. No one thought that they'd be this good. After losing Klay Thompson this summer to the Dallas Mavericks and even losing Chris Paul to the San Antonio Spurs, Steph was the only star on the roster, and people thought that the Warriors would be struggling for a play-in tournament spot. Easy Buckets fans, I know this season is still early, but from what it looks like, the Warriors are a deep team. Look at their record in the standings right now. They're not a bottom feeder team. They're competing for a comfortable playoff spot in the West. And the cool part to know that it's not even because of Stephen Curry. Steph actually was injured the second week of the league. It's because of Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield has been excellent off the bench for the Warriors, being a scoring spark plug, being the newest Splash Brother, if you will, to the Warriors. He's averaging 20 points a game off the bench, being an energizer for the Warriors, and if he continues to perform like this, I'm not going to be worried about the Warriors making the playoffs. Rockets head coach Ime Udoka had a few great things to say about Buddy. He says Klay Thompson all over again. That's how they're using him. The Warriors are 5th in the league attempting 3-point shots, shooting 47.8% of their shots behind the arc. And the interesting fact to know is the Warriors are shooting 5 more threes a game, more than Klay Thompson when he was on the team. And it's because Buddy Hield is picking up Klay Thompson's long-range slack with the Warriors, making them one of the biggest surprises of the league this year. But the 76ers have been very disappointing this season so far. It is obvious that injuries are hurting them. Joel Embiid has not even played a game yet for this team, and he's already being investigated by sitting out back-to-back games. Paul George just made his Philly debut on Monday, and even though Paul George returned, the Philadelphia 76ers still lost that game. And we're very surprised to see them right now at the bottom with the Milwaukee Bucks. Tyrese Maxey is doing whatever he can to bail out this team, averaging 25 points plus a game. But if the Sixers want to be successful, Maxey can't do it all. The Sixers need Joel Embiid back ASAP, and he has to recover fast. And that's the only way the Sixers will get out of the disappointing hump. But Russell Westbrook's defense has been crucial for the Denver Nuggets this year. He has already won 2 Defensive Player of the Game awards from the Nuggets because of the outstanding defense he's performing for the team. If you've been watching Nuggets games, you might be saying Russell Westbrook can't score, Russell Westbrook can't shoot. But what Russell Westbrook can do is defend. If you watch these plays that I'm showing you, you can tell that the aggressiveness on the defensive end of the floor is where Russell Westbrook has turned his passion towards. With Jokic on the roster, Russ doesn't have to score 30 points a game and get a triple-double. That's what Jokic does. So what Russell Westbrook is doing is being a defensive factor to support the Nets and being a star in his role. And I think that's huge for Russell Westbrook and a huge surprise to NBA fans, where Russell Westbrook is saying, hey, I'm no longer that guy anymore. I'm gonna do my part. And after a rocky start to the season for the Nuggets, they're finally in the winning picture. Another surprise is Dennis Schroeder of the Brooklyn Nets. He became their go-to captain, and he's performing well for the team. They're even in the playoff picture. We all knew that Cameron Thomas was going to be their go-to scorer, their main offensive weapon, and he's been doing that the past 2 years, so Cam Thomas is not a surprise. But even though Cam Thomas is the leading scorer, their offense runs around Dennis Schroeder. And if you watch Brooklyn games, Dennis always starts with the ball, either does a pick and pop or pick and roll, and he leads the offense. With Mikal Bridges leaving this summer joining the New York Knicks, people thought the Nets were completely out of it. But Dennis Schroeder is changing minds right now. Speaking about the Knicks, they've been a huge disappointment to start off the season. After trading for Karl-Anthony Towns this summer, people expected them to be the hottest team in the Eastern Conference, but I mentioned earlier, the Cavaliers are the hottest team in the Eastern Conference, and with the Knicks underperforming, no one really cares about them right now. Look at the Eastern Conference standings right now. They're in the middle of the pack, and nobody thought they'd be there right now. Mikal Bridges decided to change his shooting form. I don't know why that happened. The Knicks are even shooting less threes than ever before, trading away Donte DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, and even Jalen Brunson is not playing like a superstar like he was last year. Before the season started, everybody said the Boston Celtics and the Knicks were going to the finals, but from what it looks like right now, it could be Boston and Cleveland. But those are my biggest surprises and disappointments of the NBA season so far. But I want to know your thoughts. What are your surprises? What are your disappointments? Is there anything I've missed? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. But we made a video talking more specifically on the Milwaukee Bucks and how no one expected them to be this bad in my most recent video. I deep dive into that conversation, so check it out. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.